Arthaus. All right, I'm going live. Okay, and then we're just gonna chill here for a minute or so. Wait till people come in. Yeah, I definitely there's and then if the fact I'm live streaming this, the first couple I didn't live stream, but I was like, why don't I could just set up the OBS and just live stream it, and then that way like the people that it's gonna be like okay, it's always gonna be in people's feed when it pops up. So if they don't know that I have a podcast, then they'll just see that. Eventually, they'll see that I'm doing a talk show, and then
Yeah.
people can still tune in even if they're not like a full supporter. They can still tune in and get something from it. And
Yeah,
then
that's
I have a shout out to Lance Myers, my boy. He's gonna come in and he's gonna clip this up. Probably get about 3 or 4 different little 30-second snippets. And like when you're hitting a key point, like he'll be able to come in and snip that up. And then I'm gonna throw it in a Google folder and then I'll send that to you. So for your brand, you can throw that out. If you got an email list or your own little, whatever pages you got, all that's up. That's all on you. And if you want, I can give you the full cast too. So
dude, that's baller. I appreciate that. I'm pumped. Thank you.
yeah, you can distribute it as much as you want. You're part of this cast too, so you should get full rights.
Awesome. No, I appreciate that. And I just shared that as well. So I'm pumped to,
Cool.
share whatever we can that will hopefully help people.
Yeah, man. Oh, we got 12 viewers going on. Nice. Let's do it. 12 or 13. All right. Yeah, let's just let's and then also the last thing too is we don't have a structured question session, but if we get some comments, if we get some questions, we'll take time at the end to answer them. All right,
Awesome. I'm happy
so
to answer whatever people have.
yeah, let's start. So this is Arthaus, and today we have a very special guest, Chase Dimond. He is a newcomer to Twitter. He is how long have you been here? Just a week or so?
Yeah, a little under a week. I joined on Friday night.
Okay, little under a week. He's been here. He's already made a splash. Already over 1,000 followers. Almost half of what I have already. Makes me feel kind of sad, but we're all in it in the long run. It's a long game. And Chase is a master email marketer. He consults. He creates email. What do you call it? Funnels, email systems. What do you want to call it? Yeah, he creates those for massive brands and real massive brands, not like little Timmy's fidget spinner dropshipping store. Real brands that bring in 7 figures a year, 7 to 8 figures, and he's legit. He knows exactly what he's doing. So Chase, how are you doing, my man?
Really appreciate that. I'm doing great, thank you. I'm from Orange County, California, and it's 80 degrees here today, so it's beautiful out. How are you?
Doing good. Yeah, I'm in San Diego and I'm seeing outside the bright blue sky. Right when this is over, I'm gonna go outside and tan. So that's my
Awesome.
plan for the rest of the day. So Chase, let's just start with why email marketing, right? Because a lot of people, at least initially, when I heard of email marketing when I was like 18 years old and stupid, I was like, email is what old people use. That's stupid. Why would you want to use email? Just go on social media, blah blah. Like, what's the value with email marketing?
Yeah, so in my personal opinion, I'll start with the value and I'll kind of work backwards to how I personally got into email.
Yeah.
With Facebook ads, with everything else, right? There's so many different distractions. But with email, if I can convince you to open it, I have your attention for 2 seconds, 10 seconds, 30 seconds, right? If the content's really good, I'll be able to keep you. So
Mm-hmm.
that email is one to many, but it feels one to one, right? If I send an email to you in your inbox and I get you to open,
Mm-hmm.
ideally I have your attention and ideally I can get you to engage and then ultimately convert, right? So
Yeah.
email is really a channel, in my opinion, that people sign up for offers, for news, for product launches, right? So typically when they're opening an email, they're in the mindset of, oh wow, if something here is compelling enough, I might be able to take an action. So
Mm-hmm.
email is such a great platform for that. It's also very profitable, right? So selling it as a service, as an agency, if we charge a client, let's say $5,000 a month, it's not uncommon for these clients to do 50,000, 100,000, $250,000 a month in revenue.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been a really great service to sell. And I got into it kind of out of necessity. So after I graduated college, I built an education technology platform, which is basically a fancy way of saying I connected students at college campuses
Mm-hmm.
to others in their classroom to make learning more collaborative. So if we both went to, let's say, San Diego State, there could easily be 500 to 1,000 people in our econ class. For us to get that personalized learning from that professor would be extremely challenging. So we'd be able to go onto this platform I created and share notes, collaborate on study guides, and create in-person study groups to really help us get through the semester. And as we went, right, like your Econ 100 class, all the documents from the semester before would stay there. So the student that came in 2 years would benefit from all the students ahead of it. So I was in a fraternity in college, and we had like this internal kind of shared document thing,
Mm-hmm.
and I wanted to digitize that and give anyone, regardless of their affiliation, access to it.
Mm.
So I built that and I scaled that largely through two platforms. One was on the back of college Facebook groups. So I was creating, like, again, I'm going to be super transparent. I hate to admit all this out loud, but I was creating fake Facebook profiles of really attractive females, and I was requesting to join these college Facebook groups. And I was just literally posting up, hey, here's the Econ 100 test. Here's the meetup for tomorrow in the library for Business 101.
Yeah.
And students ate this up. And then when I figured out that like every single college had a directory, I was then grabbing their emails and I had to figure out like, how the hell do I automate this? How the hell do I scale this? And I
Right.
did it in a way that felt very personal. So out the gates, I had a really great experience with driving community members and members to this platform. So from there, I was like, if I could do this, I probably could do anything. So jumping forward after that, I built literally a business called The Discover, which was an email travel series where every week we sent a different edition
Mm-hmm.
featuring a different place around the world that was either well known or somewhere off the beaten path, where people could get inspired and learn about places straight from their inbox. So
Mm.
I scaled that from 0 to 500,000 email subscribers in 10 months. And that really was kind of like my master course in learning email.
Mm.
And then a good buddy of mine
So
gave
that
me
was more of just like a value product in a sense. You're just like showcasing, these beautiful places, right? You're just teaching people.
exactly. Yeah. So my background and a lot of what I'm trying to do now on Twitter is really just come from a place of building a community around content. So the education technology platform, that was literally a free thing for people to access that provided so much value in content.
Mm-hmm.
This travel series, all free content to build the community, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I come from this background of like storytelling and community and
Mm-hmm.
email in a very personalized way
Yeah.
that then I jumped into e-commerce, which is what I do now. So I've been doing it for about 2.5, 3 years. And where I'm at today is I run a team of about 7 or 8 people full time. We're actively hiring, so we'll probably be at about 10 people by the end of this quarter.
Mm-hmm.
And we work with about 35 to 40 different e-commerce brands. On the low end, our brands do about $1 million a year. On the high end, some of our brands do 20, 40, $60 million. I'd say our sweet spot is really kind of 1 to 20 mil.
God
Um,
damn.
so, and we've done about $35 million, closer to 40 in email revenue over the past 2 years of me launching this agency. So it's been awesome, man. It's been fun.
That's baller. That is absolutely baller right there. Now, I want to break off and go on a slight tangent right here. So when you said you have these people on your teams, what are these like these full time employees doing? Are they writing emails? Are they like doing client outreach? Are they more like just like maintenance secretary types? Like what's going on with them?
Yeah, so the way that we look at our team is we have basically pods. So a pod is a group of people that tackle an account together or accounts.
Mm-hmm.
So we have some kind of like marketer slash like strategist, right? So they're client facing, they're running lead on, hey, this week we're going to be sending these 3 campaigns, and next week we're going to be building these 2 email automations, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then under them we have a copywriter and an email designer, right? So the copywriter is actually filling in all the content, the subject lines, the preview text, the body copy, all that.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have the designer that's going to take basically all of that copy masterpiece and make it look really beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of like the core team. But also across a lot of the accounts, we have an account manager who's making sure that we stay on task, that we're delivering what we're supposed to, who does reporting. And then we also have like implementers. So designer will design, we'll then have an implementer that will actually take that design and build it into Klaviyo in a way that's optimized for mobile and for desktop. So we have a team, we've got like 1 to 2 of each of those roles right now on the team, and we're kind of continuing to staff up.
Nice. So you guys have it's a legit operation with multiple different moving parts.
Yeah, and dude, it's crazy. So it's a 7-figure agency that we run. We do 6 figures in monthly revenue
Mm-hmm.
as a client. Like obviously for our brands, we're doing like 3 to 5 mil a month in email revenue at this point,
Mm-hmm.
which is just crazy. But it didn't start like that, right? Like, dude, for the longest time, it was myself and my partner. We hacked it together. Like, I swear, my designs look like stick figures compared to the designs that my team is now making, right?
Yeah.
So really, for me to go from like where I was starting out to where I am now, it's just hiring people that are smarter and better than me, right?
Yeah.
By no means am I the smartest person on my team, and every single week I have a different weekly call
That's
every
a
day.
key lesson, honestly, right there. You don't need to be the smartest. You don't need to be the best guy on the team. You just need to be able to bring the best guys in and bring everybody together and make sure everybody's doing well and doing what they need to do and being able to learn from them and not getting your ego all up in in a knot and getting mad that they're better than you. And then that's how you make money. You outsource you find the guy who's better than you at the thing, and instead of hating on them, you bring them on your team.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I had that aha moment probably realistically 6 to 8 months ago, where I made a lot of money myself and my partner,
Hmm.
but it was a lifestyle business, right? It was just two of us consulting, making some great money. But I really had that aha moment of that 6 to 8 months ago, and like, wow, I can make money from other people doing the work. This is really interesting, right? And it just clicked in me then. And every single week, I have a weekly call with one-on-one with each team member,
Hmm.
and every single time, week over week, I have like this imposter syndrome, right? It's like the person on the other side that I'm talking to right now that works for me, they're smarter than me, they're harder working than me, they're more talented than me. So I have like, oh my God, like I probably should be working for them instead of them working for me.
Yeah.
I have a constant battle, but when I come down to it, like the difference between me and them is the fact that I went for it and I was willing to risk everything.
Hmm.
And I wasn't impatient, right? Like none of this happened for me overnight, dude. I've been in the industry for 5 years.
Yeah.
I've been grinding on this business in the e-commerce space for the last 2.5 and 3 years, right? So I'm now getting to the point of like, wow, like we built something really special, and to go from where we were to where we are to where we want to be
Yeah.
requires the best of the best, right? So these people I'm hiring are expensive, but they're worth every single cent.
Yeah, man. Now let's tilt more towards the actual principles of email marketing, because we've talked a lot about the back end stuff and like the importance of building importance of why you would do it, how the business can be built up, why you need to delegate and whatnot. What what are some like key principles behind email marketing for clients? What brings in the money and what makes things worthwhile?
Yeah, so with email, there's two kind of core components. So one are email campaigns, and those are like the weekly kind of broadcast or send, where say for example, like Mother's Day is coming up, right?
Hmm.
Or like this week is Customers Appreciation Day, right? Those are like the one-off sends to a group of people that we're telling them, hey, you should be interested in this because of X, Y, and Z, right? So you've got the campaign side of the house.
Hmm.
Then on the other side, you have the flow or like the email automation side, right? Those are the things like the welcome series, the abandoned carts, the customer
Right.
thank you. So those two components are crucial, and are part of everything that happens with email, right? So on the campaign side, most of our clients send in the ballpark of about 2 to 4 campaigns per week. There's about 9 different topics that we cover. So new product launches, offers, holidays, current events, content, right? Like education, right?
Hmm.
Social proof. So there's all these different topics that we cover. And the way that we look at campaigns is on a monthly basis, where we want to make sure that we touch as many of those categories as possible. So that way it's not just all promotion or it's not just all content. It's really a nice hybrid.
Hmm.
So it's finding the kind of the equilibrium and like the optimal spot between how do I send enough emails per week where I make enough money and maximize revenue, but also minimize churn, right? How do I keep the unsubscribes down? How do I keep the marked as spam down? How do I make sure the open rates and the click throughs are high? So what I recommend is send one campaign per week. If your open rate on the campaign is 20% or higher, and your unsubscribes and market spams are really low, and you don't have customer support tickets, send a second email. Again, same thing checks out. Great, send a third email per week. And if at that third email, you start to get open rates decreasing, marked as spam and unsubscribes increasing, then you should know that your optimal send per week should be two. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah. And this can work for any scale of a business, whether you're making $50 a month or 50 million, right?
Yes.
Same
Yes.
same principles.
Same principles. And then on the other end, right,
Yeah.
you really have to have certain core automation. So there's tons. The core three that if you're just starting out that you need to have and do first is one, the welcome series for non-buyers. So
Hmm.
someone comes onto your website, they enter their email into a pop-up, into a flyout, to some kind of an embedded subscription.
Hmm.
Typically it's incentivized by an offer. So 10% off, free shipping, whatever.
Hmm.
So the welcome series, you should have, 4 emails. I posted a tweet about this the other day, and it kind of broke down what each email did. But you should definitely have a welcome series for non-buyers. So build trust, communicate your value proposition, and ultimately ask for the sale. So the welcome series drives a lot of revenue.
Hmm.
The next is the abandoned checkout. So again, that's really crucial because people are that close to buying. but they might have bailed for a couple reasons, right? Maybe one reason is you didn't have free shipping. Another reason are these consumers are trained that you're going to send an email that will likely have an offer, right? So maybe they're just waiting,
Hmm.
or maybe like they just genuinely got distracted and forgot, right? So the abandoned checkout emails will drive a lot of revenue because people are so close to buying. And then the last one is like the customer thank you. You absolutely have to thank customers for making a purchase, right? That
Hmm.
reduces buyer's remorse, that increases kind of the bond, that ideally will increase word of mouth. So those are the three
Yeah,
flows
you,
that
you
you
want to build a relationship. You're not just trying to make a sale. You want to build the trust for the long term, right? Because you can have a customer. I think about it like this: you can have a customer, or you can have an asset, and that asset can give you money multiple times a year versus splurging once, but not ever coming back, leaving a bad review, and never and telling all their friends do not buy from that store.
Yep, exactly, dude. So that's really at the very core what you should be doing if you're just starting out.
Hmm. Cool. And when it comes to the content that's put in, are there trends with like what content does well, what types of content, or is it more contextual based on the market and the product? I assume it is.
Yeah, dude. Like, so again, we work with 35 or 40 brands. A lot of the content across all brands is similar, and a lot of it's really dependent upon the vertical or the niche that you're in.
Hmm.
Whether you're in skincare for men, whether you're in skincare for women, whether the demos, 25 to 45 or the demos 45 plus, right? So it really differs, but a lot are the same, right? Like, I think the ones that people understand the most easily are things like holiday offers, new product launches, promotions, right?
Hmm.
So talking about like holidays, for example, one thing that we do really, really well that I don't see other people do at all or don't do well is we basically use a holiday and we stack against it. So what I mean by that is with Mother's Day, right? That's next month.
Yeah.
We're going to start pushing a 3 or 4 point part kind of email series weeks in advance. So our first email is going to go out at the end of this month on like the 28th,
Hmm.
basically saying like, hey, Mother's Day sale starts early. Get your order in today. So that's the first email. The second email will go out probably on the 1st of May. That says, hey, last chance to get your order in for guaranteed delivery. So you got 24 hours to order, you got 3 days to order, whatever it might be.
Hmm.
That's email two. Some of our clients have gift cards. So email three is only for those people. We'll go out, 24 hours, 48 hours, in advance, basically saying, hey, you probably forgot to get something for your mom. Nothing's going to be able to ship by now, not even Amazon. Make sure you get a gift card so you have something to give your mom.
Yeah.
And then the last email that will go out will actually be on the Mother's Day saying, like, hey, happy Mother's Day. Sale ends today. And we'll have like a countdown timer.
Hmm.
That's really how we use holidays is most people just send it the day of. We really have emails leading up to it that will drive just as much, if not more revenue.
That is tactical as fuck, man. Nice. That is
Yeah.
really good info. A lot of people are gonna go, well, like, oh yeah, Christmas. Just throw the email on Christmas, or just throw the email on. Now, do you do like birthdays? Is that something that you do? You have like birthday flows?
Yeah, so we do birthdays in two ways, and not on every account, but for some accounts.
Mm.
So one is we'll do a birthday for like the actual company, right? So
Yeah.
we have a big footwear company, an eight-figure footwear company. They just celebrated their second, birthday or second year of anniversary of being in business.
Hmm.
So we just did like a massive push and sale around like it's been 2 great years, shop our birthday sale, right? So that's for the company.
Hmm.
For subscribers, mainly during referral programs, like if a company has a referral program, whether that's like Smile or Swell or whatever the referral program is, we'll typically incentivize people to give us their birthday in the form of some reward. So if clients are collecting birthdays and want to collect birthdays, we will. But not all companies want to or do collect birthdays. So it's situational.
Gotcha. What's where we gotta close down this cast here. What is the one piece of advice you would give to somebody who wants to start email marketing but doesn't know where to start and has $0?
So this is out on the brand side, right? Not someone that wants to start an agency.
No, this is for somebody that wants to start an agency.
Oh, for someone that wants to start an agency.
Yeah.
Dude, the biggest advice is to start, right? Like I look back a month ago, 3 months ago, 6 months ago, a year ago, and be like, holy shit, like how did I get here? And really the end of the day is the fact that like I just went for it, right? I just started.
Hmm.
Um, I started out doing free and cheap work, right? Like right now we charge $4,000, $5,000 a month for clients. Dude, when I started, I was charging $50, $250, $500. And every few months I would increase my prices. And as people would not be price sensitive, as people keep saying yes to me, like, holy shit, like people clearly need and want help. So I think the biggest thing is just to start.
Mm-hmm.
Don't feel like everything has to happen overnight. It certainly isn't. And if you feel like it is, you're going to lose. And just help people out in your circle.
I can vouch for what he's saying. When it comes to video, like when you first start out, you just got your camera, you're all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, want to get out there. Don't worry about the cash. Just worry about getting stuff on your portfolio, getting stuff that looks good, and I would say get testimonials. Get testimonials. Get everybody, instead of payment even, just get testimonials, because once you get 4, 5, or 6, on there, you have a portfolio, you look kind of professional, then you can pitch just as high prices as the other guy. You can because you have the frame built that you're just as professional, you're just as experienced.
Dude, that's exactly correct. In the beginning, we used to trade services for testimonials and case studies, right?
Mm-hmm.
And really just experience. Like if you don't have a lot of experience, you need experience. And the only way that you get experience typically is if you already have it. So how do you trade that? You trade your time. And dude, right now, like this is so timely and so relevant. So many people probably listening and watching this have more time than they know what to do with.
Yeah.
Now is the time that you start consulting, freelancing, an agency. Help people out for free. Everyone needs help right now. Unfortunately, companies have to let people go. Now is when you swoop in, you give help for free or cheap. And when things get better, because they for sure are, in a lot of spaces they are still great, you're going to be top of mind. You're going to have the job. You're going to be able to command dollars. So,
and another thing too is a lot of companies right when the pandemic started, probably a lot of companies slashed their marketing budgets, cut off whatever freelancers they're working with already. So there's probably an even bigger gap right now than there was, a few months ago. Even when this whole online business thing started booming, like there's a huge gap right now for you to swoop in with, especially for a new guy, because you're going to come in, you're going to be like, hey, I got lower prices, I'm just starting out, but I promise I can get you a good result. A company's going to be like, I'm bringing you on board right now. No questions asked.
100%. Yep, exactly. So if you're listening to it, take action today, latest tomorrow. Just start.
Take action. Well, Chase, it was great having you on. I learned a lot about email marketing. It was great to hear your story and how you use pictures of hot women to manifest a marketing career. So this is the Arthaus podcast. We are going to be we have one more tonight, actually. We got Cali Crates coming on at 9 p.m. We're talking about real estate and San Francisco craziness, so that'll be fun. Chase, you have anything to say at the end?
No, man.
No, you're good.
Hope everyone stays safe and has a great day.
Yeah, same here. Stay safe, have a great day, and we'll see you at 9 tonight. Catch you later.